Hello, my cosmic dragon friends. Wonderful to have you here. Welcome back to the channel. We are under the influence of a new moon in Cancer as I'm filming this. This is intended as a timeless reading, so it's good for whenever you come to the video, come to the channel. I was actually intending to film this yesterday, last night. It's now the morning. But the new moon, which happened yesterday night, I think really gave me a bit of a kicking and I had a massive energy clearing, which was very unpleasant and very uncomfortable. And if you're anything like me and you have energy clearings, you'll know exactly what I was talking about. I was on my bathroom floor, not in a good way. So anyway, don't want to go TMI on that, but very uncomfortable physical clearing, which is something that sometimes happens to me and other people as well when we have an energetic clearing, because I've done some energy work. And I think this is a follow-on from the father healing work that I was doing this week, which I mentioned in our previous love reading, so do check that out if that resonates. So we're back today just for a general energy update, to have a look at the energy, see what's coming into our lives. And yesterday the energy was so bizarre. I was drawn to only pick animal decks. So every single pile of cards you see around the table here, we've got two over there, two over here, and two in the middle. And we've got a toy Prasheen for some reason. I don't know why I had to put this out. This is the juice box apple juice Prasheen toy. This one wanted to come out as well, so here it is. I shall put it to the side now because I don't have space to put it on camera. We've got the Curious Cats Tarot. This is the Animal Oracle. This is also a Woodland Animal Oracle. This is the Animal Tarot. This is the French edition because it was the only one I could get, but I'm a French speaker, so it's not a problem. This was actually my first Oracle deck, this one over here. This is the Magical Uniforms. That's an interesting slip there. Magical Unicorns. And then this is the Oracle of the Sacred Horse, which is quite a new acquisition. So we've got horses over there, other animals over here. Let's see what the messages are for us today. So let's start with our Animal Oracle cards, see what the energy is doing for us all, what messages there are, and what's going on. Okay. All right. Just asking my spirit guides to step forward. I don't normally do this part out loud. I know some readers, oh, okay, very chatty today. Some readers do, don't they? They say out loud, they talk to spirit out loud, which is a nice touch, but it's something I've never done because it's not something I do. If you've had a personal reading from me, you'll know this. I normally chat while I'm shuffling just to let my mind, to keep my conscious, oh, I can't have one of those, but keep my conscious mind busy while my higher self does the work. Okay, but we're all different. There's no right or wrong here. So let's have a look at these first cards. I'm going to put these here because these wanted to come out, so we will look at those as well. Way too many cards. There we go. Very, very chatty energy. But we've got this new moon in Cancer right now, which is actually conjunct to my natal moon. I have, in my birth chart, my moon's in Cancer, which is why I'm so sensitive. Right, so, and they're upside down. Okay, topsy-turvy. Number 10, Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. That's wonderful. 10 is about shifts and changes and the beginning of a new cycle, even if we don't know where the cycle's going yet. So new beginnings is a theme here. 39, Moth Spirit, surrender now. Oh, I like that energy of surrendering to what the universe is going to bring. So it feels like we're not completely in control here. I certainly didn't feel in control yesterday when I was very ill. Yeah, so we're not quite in control. So if you're feeling a bit out of control, and the cards came in upside down, and I don't read reversals, that's not something I do with this deck. It's not intended for that, I don't believe. But generally I don't read reversals. It's not how I work. 39, 12, 3. Yeah, 39, 12, 3. The temptation is there to actually take control and get a grip on things. And very often when we do our manifesting work, we do have to take control to a point. But it's only to a point, because we are not 100% in control, nor should we be, because we're not at a high enough frequency to be able to make some of the big important decisions that have to be done at a higher level on our behalf. So, Bat Spirit, a rebirth is assured on number 5. Yes. Wow, some big themes of rebirth. Starting something new, a new cycle beginning, and having to surrender to it, because maybe it's something that we're not in control of, or something, you know, if there are other people involved, we can't control other people, can we? For example, if a relationship is ending, if you want one to start. You know, we can't control what the other person does. Any relationship, romantic or otherwise, we can't control what other people do, and we shouldn't try to, because that's not helpful for anyone. Look at the numerology here, 5. Again, that's the mind. So it does feel like the mind may be trying to jump in and may not want to surrender to what's happening in the coming days, weeks. Remember, this is a general reading, so only take the elements of this reading that actually make sense, that resonate for you. And some of this may be future energies as well, so it may not have actually happened yet. Do remember that. And this is future potential, remember. So this reading is here to help and guide you and give you some idea on what's coming, so that you're more empowered and more in control when it does actually come about. Okay, 10, 39, 5. I actually want to add those up. I'm drawn to add those up today. So we've got 49, 54, 54, 9. Ah, yes. 54, 9. 9 is very mystical numbers, a lot of wisdom there. In the Tower, of course, it's the Hermit. It is spiritual growth. It's also the end of the cycle. 9 comes before 10. It's the one just before 10, just before the cycle ends, where we can feel a little bit fearful about what's to come, about what the next cycle will bring, where we actually know everything from the previous cycle because we've become an expert in that previous cycle. And when something new comes in, it's very disconcerting because we don't know what's coming and we don't know if we'll be able to handle it. And of course we will. But we don't necessarily know or feel that immediately. And I had to bring this crystal into the reading as well. I was drawn to get this one yesterday. I was feeling very strange yesterday. Energetically, I was feeling strange. I was, it was like an inner child aspect of me was coming through yesterday. I don't know if you guys have been sensing this healing to do with the inner child. For me, it was inner child and it was father healing. But there's a lot of healing going on at the moment. So if you're watching this, chances are you've got something going on too. This beautiful chunk of perfume. Perfume? Oh my God. Where did that come from? Bizarre words being put in my mouth by my spirit guides today, so take that if it resonates. But big chunk of turquoise, which I bought recently from a lovely little shop in Poole called Lavender Moon. Shout out to you if you're watching. But yeah, very interesting energy. So it is about a new beginning. But 54, not 54, hang on. Yeah, so it may be that literally practical matters are overtaking you a little bit. It may be that literal, practical, physical things are happening in the 3D reality, in this reality, that you don't feel in control of, or perhaps are a little bit disconcerting, maybe a little bit uncomfortable. Maybe it's not going quite how you want it to, or seems to be going in a direction you don't want it to lead to. But everything is okay. There's a lot of reassurance here, and there is reassurance that if things feel stuck, they're not going to stay stuck for long, because 10's coming, things have to change, but we must surrender. We must allow the change to happen. We shouldn't be fighting it right now, even if our ego mind, our human brain wants us to. Okay, we'll have a look at these other cards that wanted to come out, because there's only 4 of them, so we'll go here as well. Turtle spirit, love it. Slow and steady wins the race. I love turtles. I have a affinity for them. Hawk spirit on 32. Let spirit be your guide. Yes. Owl spirit on 43. You see clearly now. The last one is pig spirit on 47, which we're going to pop there. Use your mind wisely. Yes, a reminder that the mind is a very powerful tool, and we can use it to worry and manifest things that we don't want, or we can use it to be visionary, to be positive, to remember that good things can come, to remember to see the bigger picture, to remind ourselves to meditate and look after ourselves and do good things. Yes, your mind is a tool. Don't let it run away with you. It is not in charge, nor should it be. Okay. So let's go back to the turtle spirit. So yes, there is a sense of the energy being a little bit slow, lumbering. Maybe things aren't moving in the direction you want as quickly as you want them to. Maybe it feels like they're going in the wrong direction, but it feels like they're actually not, even if it seems like they are, even if it feels like you've missed out on something, or something's going in a direction you don't want. It's going to be okay. I want to say it is going to be okay regardless. So hawk spirit, let spirit be your guide. Yes. And this one comes on top of surrender now. So surrender and let spirit do it for you. Okay. Let them make the decisions. Let them take the hit for you, I want to say. Let them do the work for you. Let your spirit guides, your angels, whoever you work with, whoever you pray to or work with energetically, let them guide you. Allow yourself to be guided at this time, because it feels like a tricky time, even if, you know, you don't have to be feeling sad or bad necessarily, but it may just be kind of an icky time, I want to say, or maybe just a little bit frustrating. You know, it's going to be different for everyone because we're all individuals and we're all having different life experiences, aren't we? So with the bat spirit and the owl, okay, so there will be this rebirth, there will be this new start, and it will be very, very clear to you why it's happened. So there's a lot of wisdom and guidance coming in from the animal oracle here, which is lovely. And a reminder not to be too stubborn, I want to say as well. When the change comes in, when the opportunities come in, try not to be too stubborn or too fearful, because that's what the ego mind, the human mind does. It tends to be very fearful and it tends to resist change because it doesn't know change, and change might not be healthy, might not be safe for us. And it's a natural reaction, but it doesn't mean it's right. Okay, so let's pop these away, go on to our next pack because I want to make some room here on the table. Oops, there we go. Put these over here. Where is their box? I can't find it, so I'll put it there. Okay, sorry guys. Right, let's come in with the cat tarot. This is the Grimalkin's Curious Cat Tarot, I think it's called. It's a lovely deck. I absolutely adore it. It's beautiful. It's very interesting. Some of the imagery looks a little bit dark, but cats are a little bit dark sometimes. Oops, aren't they? Cats aren't necessarily beings of pure love and light because they kill things and eat things and do all sorts of things, you know, don't they? So I think it's a good representation of the cat energy in this deck. So, sorry, I keep hitting my camera stand because I've got it in a different place because, like I said, I've got a different setup and a different desk now. And I must sort this out because I really don't want to be hitting it all the time. It's not good, is it? Let's shuffle over here. There we go. That's a bit more annoying as I'm trying to watch a video and the person filming keeps hitting their darn camera. Let's not do that. Okay, spirit guides, angels, animal guides. What have we got going on here, please? What have we got coming up? What guidance have we got for our lovely viewers? Okay, 7 of Swords, something hidden, deceit, mystery. 3 of Cups, 4 of Wands. I want to go with 4 cards here. And I want 3 along the bottom, please. I'll have a 3, please, Bob. Okay. I think that's countdown reference, isn't it? I have a 3, but never mind. If you're not British, you might not get that. Okay. 7 of Swords, 3 of Cups, 4 of Wands, Hierophant. Grimalkin. This is a special card, which is a non-traditional tarot card. This is number 23, the Grimalkin, which is an extra card in this deck. It's a very mystical cat. He's the mystical magician. He's kind of like the Merlin cat, the Grimalkin. So all bets are off when he shows up. Very mystical, very empowered, magical, spiritual energy when he shows up. Next to the magician of all things. That's very interesting placement. Let's just look at this because this is very meaningful for our reading here. I'm drawn to start there. So with the Grimalkin, very, very mystical, magical, and obviously the magician also mystical and magical, but the other end of the major arcana spectrum, I want to say, they're almost exactly at the opposite ends. Obviously the 0 is the first card, so the exact opposite, but it's the magical energy in the 2 different aspects of it, whereas this one is wise and controlling the elements and doing the manifesting work, doing the magical work to bring in what they want. This one is far wiser than that and knows that he doesn't need to. He is almost commanding the energy by his very presence. He doesn't need to do the magical spell because he is the magical spell. It's such a magical energy coming through here. So if you do work with any kind of magics, I think there's a strong message for you here as well. There's a message of balance coming in, a message of power coming in for you here as well. But power of co-creating with the universe almost without even having to try. With the 8 of Pentacles, I want to say, many people watching, you've become so proficient at manifesting, you barely have to try. You just have to think it and it sort of happens. You know, it may not happen in the timing you want or as quickly as you want, but we have some master manifestors watching this video for sure. Some of you out there, you really have this ability, whether you're completely conscious of it or not, to make things happen in your life. So again, watch your mind. Make sure you're not manifesting the things that you don't want. Remember to meditate, ground yourself, because your mind and perhaps what you might call your imagination are your most powerful tools, and you need to kind of keep a handle on them, keep them in that beautiful calm place, that place of balance, so that your life can be calm and balanced as well. And I often tell a story about I'm very good at manifesting things too, which is why I wrote my book, Dream Bigger, How the Law of Attraction Really Works. I'm very good at manifesting some things, but not always everything. I have a habit of manifesting things that I want at the price that I want them. And I used to joke that Lidl is my manifesting shop, because if I wanted something, I got an idea in my head that, oh, I really want this. I'm going to buy one of these new things that I've just seen. I'm definitely going to get one, but I don't know when. Within about 1 or 2 weeks, that thing would show up in Lidl, guaranteed, at a price I could afford. I mean, without fail, it's happened over and over and over and over again. It's just so funny, because I had no idea that Lidl were going to be getting it in. So it's something I saw in a completely different place, or I just got an idea in my head, and boom, there it just showed up. For example, recently I wanted to buy a summer raincoat because our summer here has been awful, hasn't it, guys? I mean, come on, where is the sun? Weather modification's definitely a thing, and they are definitely doing it to us, but that's a whole other conversation. But please do look into it, because this is not natural weather. So yeah, recently I wanted to buy a lightweight, breathable raincoat, and I'd spied the style I wanted, and I thought it was probably going to be from Joules or a shop like that. And sure enough, a couple of weeks later, I find the exact coat in a charity shop, practically brand new, for £9, and that coat probably would have set me back £60 or £70. So it makes me laugh sometimes just how quickly these things come in for me. It is pretty funny. I normally do have a little bit of a waiting time, and I have to get a nudge to go to a particular shop to find it, but I'll always find it, which is a very, very fun thing, and it's a fun way just to reinforce to yourself as well that you are manifesting, to convince yourself, I suppose, if you have trouble believing in it, if you have trouble believing in your own abilities, in your own power, because we are incredibly powerful beings, and sometimes we need the universe to remind us of that and to show us our true power, so that we understand that we can and do influence the other situations in our life as well. I don't want to say manipulate, because I don't want to talk about manipulating other people, because that's wrong. We should never do that. We can only manipulate the energy, and we can invite other people to be a part of things with us, but we definitely can't and should not force them. Anyway, story time over. Let's get back to our cards here. Let's get back to our energy. So 7 of Swords is about deceit, doing things that are a little bit underhanded, hiding things, hiding behind a mask. 3 of Cups. I want to talk about gossip with these two next to each other. Gossip maybe about your home situation, because we've got the 4 of Wands and the Hierophant. Maybe there's gossip about you and a married person. Maybe people talk. I don't know why we're going this direction, but there is some unhelpful gossip, I think, or some people saying bad things, or maybe trying to make you do the wrong thing, or encourage you to take a direction that possibly won't work, and you'll just end up tipping up your cup and making a fine mess of things rather than getting what you actually want. It does feel like there is an element of people working against you, whether they intend to or not. There is an element of energy working against you at the moment. I feel these could be people who are jealous, maybe watching from a distance, maybe just wish you ill without really thinking about it. They're not intentionally sending you bad vibes necessarily, or doing spell work on you, although for some people that could be the case. So if you feel that, do put your protection up, do whatever you need to do. I've been very drawn to the evil eye imagery lately, so I have a number of them around my house. I carry one with me on my handbag as well. That's been very powerful for me recently. So if you're drawn to something for your own protection, or maybe you're drawn to hematite crystal, for example, this shiny one that looks like metal. I've got a couple of these bracelets. That can be very protective energy as well. So that might be something you're drawn to, if you're drawn to certain crystals to protect you there. And again, turquoise, very powerful, very protective crystal, that one. So maybe that's why this one's here for us today. Maybe it's to help my throat chakra to actually get my words out as well. That resonates with the throat, doesn't it? Okay, so 4 of Wands, Hierophant. Yeah, this is connected to your home situation, whatever that is. There are some people who really don't want you to be happy right now, and I don't want you to be worried or concerned about that necessarily, but it may be an influence to be aware of, because you're incredibly powerful and things are going in a good direction for you. So it may just be people who are jealous, like crows in a tree yelling at you. They're just jealous, envious. Maybe family members, maybe friends you're not in contact with, maybe former friends, false friends, frenemies, I want to say. So I do want to say watch out for that, and I'm going to ask them to expand on what they mean by this and what we need to know about these people and this situation. Let's get a little bit more information about this. Okay, Page of Wands, 8 of Cups, High Priestess, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this could be connected to your love life, I want to say, or it could be about you leaving something or someone behind who isn't going to be very happy about it, but being divinely guided in doing so. And it doesn't feel like a particularly fast energy. We had the turtle earlier, didn't we, with that slower energy. So whatever the progress is that's being made in your life right now, there is this new beginning happening, but it's happening quite slow, at a plodding pace, I want to say. So it's coming in slowly, methodically, in the right way, because when things come in slowly, we have a better chance of them actually having longevity and being successful in the longer term, or staying with us in the longer term. And certainly Knight of Pentacles is incredibly slow energy. He's not even riding his horse, he's walking in front of it. Or in this case, he's a little cat sat next to his horse having a little moment with a pumpkin. So Page of Wands shows the enthusiasm for the path, though, really wanting this to happen, the excitement, the enthusiasm. So it could be moving towards a new relationship, a new job, a new situation, a new home. Could be any number of things. You know your situation better than I do, of course, because this is a group reading. And I can't possibly pull out everyone's situation here, but apply it to whatever makes sense to you and leave what doesn't apply. Leave that for someone else. Eight of Cups is all about leaving something behind and realising where your true north actually lies, leaving behind the things that you don't need or want anymore, that don't serve you, and leaving them for somebody else, which is okay. And with number 8, we can have a sense of exhaustion as well. You guys know I'm a numerologer, which is why I always pick on the numbers. 8 of Cups, I mean, it's almost exhaustion of the heart, 8 of Cups to me. Like you've tried something, maybe you've been in a relationship for a long time and it just isn't working anymore, and you know you need to step away from it, and it's just been so hard to do that because emotionally you're exhausted, physically you're exhausted, you put everything into it, you don't know what your life will look like without all of these cups that you've gathered, you have no idea how you're going to cope, if you'll ever be happy again, but you know that you have to go, you know that there is something else out there for you, and this little white bird, this dove, whatever this is, this spiritual guide here, I want to say, is leading you forward regardless. So it may be something of a leap of faith, even if it's a slow leap, more like a plod. Okay. And then we have the High Priestess, so very in tune. I want to say you guys are very in tune with your intuition at the moment. Your intuition is on fire. Yes, you are sensing things correctly around you. You know it's time to move, but it's time to move slowly and gently, which is nice, because very often in readings I get fast energy coming in. I see a lot of fast energy. I see a lot of lessons coming in quickly, and a lot of the time people and situations come in quickly and then leave quickly. And I just saw 22:33 on my clock. So I want to bring that energy in as well, because that's very divine numerology there. 22 is the feet of the goddess, 33 is the Christ consciousness, so incredibly divine. And I want to say that's the masculine and feminine energies coming into balance, coming into play there as well. So this could well be a relationship of some kind, whether it's romantic or platonic. So there is something about your personal relationships, one way or another, that is being affected here. It could be a work relationship, or it could be a romantic relationship at work. I mean, who's to say? We're all different. Your situations are all different. But there is this fire, this desire to create something new, to go in a new direction, and there is a need to do that right now. And I just had to stop my video for a second just to have a sip of my tea. I've got a big double tea because it's the weekend. This is like 2 cups. It's a massive cup, holds like 2 cups of tea. Yeah, so there's the enthusiasm to move forwards, and my voice just went really funny. I had to have a drink to clear my throat because I couldn't get my words out. So it's almost like maybe you're having trouble speaking your plans into existence. Maybe you're having trouble telling other people, or you can't tell other people about what your plans are. Maybe they have to stay completely secret. Maybe they're secret to you. Maybe they're so special and sacred that you can't share them with anyone. Or maybe you have a plan and intuitively you know something is coming, but you can't possibly tell anyone because they'd think you were crazy. You know, they'd think you were mad. So, it's an interesting energy, but there's a lot of reassurance coming in here that you are going in the right direction regardless. So I want you to take that. My voice is going again, so I'm just going to pause the video. So I took advantage of that pause to clear the table. Now we're going to bring in some other animal cards, some messages to see what the guidance is for us, what our advice is for this energy moving forwards, what we need to do, what we need to know. Okay, and what we need to not do sometimes is the answer, isn't it? Rooster and the sunflower. There were sunflowers on a card we just had, weren't there? Sunflowers could be a marker or some sort of symbol for you. It's possible that you may see sunflowers somewhere along your path, whether it's the actual flower or the imagery of sunflowers on clothing, on posters, or wherever you see it in your environment. But look out for sunflowers, because I feel that is going to be a marker for you. Communication. So yes, there is communication that is necessary, which I think is why my throat chakra was closing up. Probably why I've got the turquoise here as well. The dragonfly and pansy balance, yes. And the wolf and the rosehip guardianship. So there is this protection here. There is a need to protect your energy, I think, and a need to perhaps not share your plans and dreams with too many people. I think you need to play your cards a little bit close to your chest at the moment, and that's why we had the card earlier that is about deceit. We had the Seven of Swords, didn't we? Maybe you are the one that needs to play your cards close to your chest. Maybe you need to wear a mask at the moment and it's unavoidable, and you can't be completely open with other people about what your plans are, what your intentions are. And that's just how it goes sometimes. And we shouldn't necessarily share all our plans with everyone, because that can be a very bad idea. People may try to knock us down, or people may try to be negative about what our plans, dreams, goals, ideas are. It's happened to me so many times. It's put me off from lots of things in my lifetime when I was younger, until I learned to stop doing that. So sometimes we have to guard our energy for that reason and not share our plans and dreams. Or only share them with people that you know for a fact will definitely be supportive and be on board. And that's not always the people you expect either. Okay. So the martin and foxglove, mischief. Yes, there is a mischievous energy here. So it does feel like there are people around you who would put a spanner in the works just for kicks. So it's imperative that you protect your energy. You do not share all of your plans, ideas, goals with just anyone, even if there's somebody that you've known a long time, an old friend, a member of your family perhaps. You may need to be quite guarded with who you share things with. Bobcat and blackthorn, patience, yes. And the skunk and magnolia, protection. Oh, wow, guardianship and protection coming through together. So there's a lot of spiritual protection here for you. So again, I was saying maybe up your spiritual protection if you feel that message is necessary for you. You might feel adequately protected at the moment, which is fine. Or you may feel that you want to get some protection in place. You could use crystals. You could use like Hand of Hamza, the Hand of Fatima imagery. You could use incenses, sage, Palo Santo, lots of ways to cleanse your energy, clear your space, protect your energy. I use Reiki sometimes. I use different energy systems that I work with. So do whatever works for you. I've just been told to send protection to anybody who needs it right now. So if you do feel that you need energetic protection, my guides are just asking me to send that to you now. So please, if you would like that, please accept that energetic gift from me. Thank you. Beautiful. Okay, so let's have a look. So balance and patience. Yes, this is something, it feels like a long-term plan or something that has long-term potential. So whatever it is that you're building, growing, thinking about, hoping for right now, this is a long-term plan. It's going to affect, I want to say, the next 30 years of your life, potentially. This is something very, very long-term. It's not short-term at all. The wolf and rosehip and the skunk and magnolia on this side with guardianship and protection. It feels like a very important plan or idea or dream or goal or whatever it is, even if you're not sure what it is yet. It needs to be protected, because you'll know soon, or you'll see the change coming into your life soon and you'll know that it's important, or a person coming into your life soon, you'll know that it's important. And with communication kind of being protected in the middle here, communication with mischief, yeah, you need to be so careful with who you share your ideas with, because the cockerel has a habit of crowing and letting everybody know all of his business, doesn't he? He's very loud. My neighbour's doing some work in their shed next door. I apologise if you can hear his machines going. I think he's building something for his grandson. He's always making things for his grandson. It's quite cute. He made him a little bench. He's like 3 or something. The grandson, not the neighbour using the tools, obviously. But maybe that's an image of divine protection as well. So the grandfather, the image, the grandfather energy, this wise, old, loving, spiritual energy, perhaps father energy coming through here, because father healing has been a theme. So this could be a father, a heavenly father. I feel very emotional when I say that for some reason. It could be your male ancestors coming in here to love and protect you as well, and to provide you with tools or with what you need to move forwards and to keep you safe as well. So I feel that's a strong message there. That was quite emotional. Wow, beautiful. Where are we going next? You do want these, don't you? Okay, let's see what else we need to know. What else is coming up in the energy right now for us all? My voice is going again. I'm going to pause and have some more tea. So, I was about to say that's better, and now I realise I've got no voice, so back again. Oh, God. Let's see if my voice works this time. Yes, it does. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, my God. I keep losing my voice at the moment. It's very, very annoying. Clearly, I've got some work there to do on the throat chakra. I feel like I'm having a clearing on the throat chakra because I'm constantly clearing my throat. It's insane. There's no reason for it. There's no physical reason for it. Okay. I don't smoke or anything. Right. 8 du printemps, that is the 8 of wands with the abeille, which is the bee. 3 d'automne, the 3 of pentacles, or the 3 of autumn. You'll notice that says spring, that says autumn. In this deck, that's pentacles, which is the miniature poodle, adorable. And the 10 d'été, which is the 10 of summer, or the 10 of cups in this deck, which is the prairie dog. And one more, go on. 4 d'été, which is the 4 of cups, or the 4 of summer in this deck, which is the land tortoise, or land turtle. I don't know how some people say that. We call it a tortoise here. We call turtles the ones that are in the water, and the ones that are on land, we call them tortoise, if you're not from Britain. Okay. Beautiful. That's quite an interesting energy. Again, there is this slow and steady wins the race. That's the second sort of tortoise turtle type energy that we've had come out here. Very interesting. We've got the patience card here with the bobcat down here as well. So there's definitely a message not to rush at the moment. And we may really want to rush with the 8 of wands. 8 of wands makes us want to race forwards, rush forwards, do everything now, have everything now. And it feels like for some of us, this is a lesson in patience. And I hate being told that. In readings, I've been told that before. This is a lesson in patience. God damn it. Okay. Right. A little bit of a lesson in patience, but again, 3 of cups. We had the 3 of cups earlier, and in the previous spread it was talking about gossip with the 7 of swords, but right now I don't feel that's what it is. It feels more like collaboration, because this is the 3 of pentacles. What am I saying? This is the 3 of pentacles at 3 of cups. That's why it's a different energy, Helen. It is an energy of collaboration here. It is an energy of working together. It could be representative of a love triangle. Again, that could be the situation for some people, and that's okay. You know, no judgment here, no shade to anyone. It is what it is. Situations are what they are. We don't have control over who we fall in love with or who we want to be with, and sometimes we might meet the wrong person at the right time and the right person at the wrong time and end up with the quote-unquote wrong person, although there's no such thing. There's only lessons. 10 of cups, beautiful. I mean, that's everything, isn't it? That's wish fulfillment. It's the happy home. It's having everything, the home and hearth, the loving, happy family and home. And it feels like that's what we're moving towards one way or another, moving towards greater levels of happiness, contentment, fulfillment. I'm just drawn to read this one out. I'm going to translate it roughly as we go. So it's time to express your love and gratitude to your family, whether it's your parents, you know, your blood family, or your chosen family, which may be made up of close friends, acquaintances, people that you care about. I'm expanding on the text here, not directly translating it. So you may okay, so talking about maybe children graduating, talking about marriage for some people, or news of marriage for yourself, for other people, you know, people congratulating you on your situation, and that could be something to come in the future. So very interesting energy, but it's kind of a family energy, isn't it? The 10 of cups is that beautiful, happy family home and hearth, which not all of us get, not all of us have, or maybe we have it for a short time. But I do feel that's something coming in, the home and hearth, and I'm seeing like a chimney. I'm seeing like a very old-fashioned type little house made of stone with a little chimney, and a woman sat next to it with her little sort of cauldron and her pot herbs. I don't know which era I'm going to seeing this here, but I'm seeing it, and I'm seeing the happiness that comes from that hearth and home. So it is that energy of feeling at home in the self, whether you're alone or whether you're surrounded by other people, that true happiness coming in. And I think that's what everything happening right now is leading us towards. but it may be happening a little bit slowly, and that's okay. You may have to wait for someone, for example. Someone may be in a marriage that's past its sell-by date, but they're staying together for the kids, and, you know, this person may not be available to you for weeks, months, years, you know. But the reassurance is there that regardless, it's going in the right direction, and things are coming in for you right now, which will take you in that correct direction, help you to make the right decisions. And I feel it's a very, very positive energy, although it might feel a little bit disruptive. And there is this temptation to rush forwards in the wrong direction. So we just feel so excited. We want it all to happen now. And I want to say, even if you are excited or frustrated because you want things to happen now, you can see them, but you just can't make them happen because of other people, because of circumstances. I want to say, you can have them. You can have them, I promise. You may even be able to have the person that you want, even if it seems impossible right now. Just have to be a little bit patient. Slow and steady wins the race, because we do have this happy outcome with the Four of... I want to call this a happy outcome. The Four of Cups isn't necessarily traditionally the happiest outcome, because it can be feeling bored or frustrated or not being able to see the blessings in life, and that could be how you feel right now, not being able to see the blessings, thinking the energy's against you. It's absolutely not. It's just being a little bit slow, so hang on in there if you feel a little bit bored or frustrated. Let's bring in our unicorn friends, and then we're going to finish off with the Sacred Horse message. Very powerful, very beautiful messages from the Sacred Horse Oracle. It's a lovely deck, that one. It's one of my newer decks. I went on a spending spree recently, kind of in the last 6 months to a year, buying decks of cards. I keep seeing ones that I want and that I like on YouTube. I've got to stop watching other people's readings, because I just keep seeing cards going, oh, I want those. And oh my goodness. So just get 3 of these. These are very simple, gentle messages. Try something new. You will only know that you can do something if you try. Just be yourself. You're a great person. Enjoy being yourself. And you are gifted. You are very intelligent and talented. Okay, so what I want to say here is there's nothing lacking from who you are right now. Yes, I feel there is this new direction coming in, but you don't have to be a different person to get what you want, because I feel you've already done a lot of healing work. You've done a lot of work on yourself or manifesting work, and I think you already are a different person. You know, you don't need to change for somebody else or for another situation, because energetically you're already moving in that correct direction, and you wouldn't be able to have it. You wouldn't be able to go in that direction if you weren't in synergistic energy with it anyway. You wouldn't be able to do that. It would be impossible for you to be moving in that direction. That's my work phone going off for some reason. So maybe there's a message coming in. Maybe there is communication coming in for you from spirit or from your guides. Maybe that's them really wanting to hit home what I just said. Yes, that's what we've been trying to tell them this whole time, and they wouldn't listen, Helen. You've got to repeat it. So maybe they hear it this time. You are gifted. Okay, and this is not just saying, oh, you're very good at maths or something. Maybe you are. But you are spiritually gifted. You are psychically gifted. Maybe you're a gifted healer and you just haven't uncovered that. Or maybe you know, and maybe you're just not using it, or you think it's not particularly important or clever. You know, maybe you did your Reiki training, and Reiki training is actually super easy. You know, I'm a Reiki master, but I don't like the term master in this context, because it doesn't feel quite right. It feels almost pompous sounding in English, doesn't it? And that's not what we're doing. It just means that we've gone through 3 levels of spiritual growth and evolution, and you don't have to do very much to achieve it. It's so natural and easy. So I don't like the pompous words. Anyway, that's a rant for another day. It bothers me. But I think it can also give people... energetically, it can really throw you, having a title like that maybe you don't feel you've earned or deserve. Or some people go in the opposite direction and get very, very big-headed about things like that, don't they? We've all met people like that. Anyway, I don't think we've got anyone like that here today with us. But I just want to remind you that you are special. Your gifts are special and needed in this lifetime. We need you. We need you to be you, okay? And yes, it may be time to step out of your comfort zone, and certainly the 8 of spring here, the 8 of wands, may be pushing you to do something new and think it's going to happen really fast when it actually needs to be slower. To get good at something, we need to practice, don't we? We need to do it over and over and over again. We don't just get to do something once and be brilliant at it, unless it's Reiki, because that's kind of an innate thing anyway, isn't it? There are exceptions, of course, but generally we have to practice something. So practice what it is that you're drawn to do. I'm drawn to actually practice a musical instrument at the moment, and to maybe get some lessons in playing that, to add another instrument to my repertoire. But for you, it could be something totally different. So see what you're drawn to at the moment. So that is quite a fun message. And I've already picked my sacred horse here, and this other sacred horse is trying to come out to play too. So we're going to get 2 cards here. So let's see what we have. Fioraza, resistance. What a beautiful picture. I love the images on these cards. Aren't they gorgeous? The wisdom of 2, teachers of kindness and clarity. What beautiful horses. Oh, look at them. Just look at those for a moment. Aren't they gorgeous? See what they say to you. Look in their eyes. Horses' faces are so soulful. It's an animal that carries so much wisdom in their energy. They're so big and so powerful, but so wise, so healing. Okay, yeah. So the energy of resistance here, yes, we may be resisting the forward movement. Like I said, there's this new cycle about to start. We may be resisting the new cycle, or we may have very firm ideas about a direction we want to go in, but we cause resistance by trying to rush it and not do it properly. Okay, because when we rush, we can get things wrong and we end up messing things up, and that's not what we want here. So I want to say check yourself, hold your energy in, and this horse is almost like with his head twisted there. It's almost like he's trying to go in one direction and trying not to, maybe shying, maybe jumping around. His energy isn't focused on moving forwards in one direction. It's almost like he's looking that way and his body's going that way. Okay, and then his hair's going in a third direction, his mane. But his energy feels like struggle. His energy feels like struggle. His posture feels like struggle. So if you're feeling like you're struggling at the moment, you may need to stop. Just stop, just pause, just drop into the present, drop into the moment. Stop worrying about the future, what might happen. Stop worrying about the past, what did happen. You can't change the past. You can't do a damn thing about it. Okay, and the future isn't here yet. We'll deal with that when it comes. Okay. So the wisdom of 2, teachers of kindness and clarity. And again, this horse actually looks like the same one as that one when you look at the markings. It's almost like he needed this loving presence to come in and calm him down so that he could be balanced. And now look, he's looking in one direction. They're both looking in the same direction. Their hair is both going in the same direction. His body is turning to go in that direction. Energetically, he is moving correctly now into the right direction. He's no longer being held back by confusion, by difficult thoughts, by fear, by gossip, by other people's opinions. So I think that's the overarching message for today, for this new moon in Cancer, or for whenever you're catching up with this. And the new moon in Cancer could be important for you as well. That may be something for you to look up your own birth chart, see what's going on in the sky for you right now, or see when the next new moon in Cancer is going to be. So, very beautiful message about keeping our energy gently in control, understanding who we are, understanding what we can and can't do and achieve, and what we should and shouldn't do when we are trying to manifest something. And if you need any more help or guidance on that, you can check out my book, which is, I'm going to get it from the bookcase behind me, Dream Bigger, How the Law of Attraction Really Works. That's by me. That's not a picture of me, just for the record. It's a little bit like me. You can get this on Amazon. That is linked below. You can also get it on Kindle, or you can download a PDF version from my website, angelwingsholistics.com, if you don't want to go to Amazon, and not everyone does. So, one last thing. Let's bring in some astrology dice, because that's quite fun. Just drawn to do that. Just one last little thing. Leo, 6th house, Uranus. Wow. Well, that's some interesting disruptive energy if I ever saw it. That's very interesting, isn't it? So, Uranus, is that Uranus or is that Pluto? No, am I lying? Am I lying? That's Pluto. That's the other symbol for Pluto that I don't normally see. Wow, the fact that I made that mistake is interesting because that brings in the Uranus energy as well, but that's the symbol for Pluto, isn't it? Uranus is over here. I should know that. I watch Sailor Moon. Pluto. Oof, yeah, heavy Pluto energy. And Leo and the 6th house. Isn't that interesting? So planet Pluto, I actually have an affinity for the planet Pluto. I like it very much because I was born on the Libra-Scorpio cusp, so I resonate quite strongly with the Scorpio energy. I also have a Scorpio stellium in my chart. I've got like five Pluto's in like, not Pluto, Scorpio is in like 5 positions in my chart. It's insane. But I also have Libra in Pluto, and I don't know why I'm saying this. This must be important for somebody. I'm born with Pluto in Libra, which is a very important placement for our planet. People with that placement are quite unique. We have unique purpose, and we are the Xennials. We are the micro generation between X and Y. So to my other Xennials out there, those of us with Pluto in Libra, I don't want you to ever think that you aren't important, because you're actually quite an important micro generation. So that could be something for you to look into. So with Leo, normally more associated with the sun, I suppose. Fire, it's a fire sign, isn't it? Pride, exuberance, showing off, showing off your hair. I mean, this is almost like unbalanced Leo energy here, very much showing off, making a big fuss, song and dance about something, but not going in the right direction. And 6th house, I'm just referring to my notes because I'm not a astrologer. Work and daily routines, pets and health. So although we might feel like we can feel the change coming here, and it feels like a big dramatic change as well, but we don't have to fall into drama, I want to say. And I think this is what we were saying earlier with looking out for gossips and people who aren't going to be helpful on our path, or who might try to put us off it. This is not the moment for drama. This is the moment to be the leader, to embody the positive energies of Leo the lion, to be the proud, strong leader, but not fall into the temptation to fall into drama, gossip, battle. This is not the moment to fight. It's not necessary. I want to say, go about your daily tasks and know that the future is coming, that the positive things are coming in for you, and what will be, but in the best possible way. Okay. I think we're done. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell so you don't miss my upcoming videos. There's going to be lots of them, hopefully, if I get my act together. Thank you so much for joining me here. Sending you lots of love. I will see you again soon. You take care. Bye-bye. There goes my phone again. That was your message. If you were looking for a sign from the universe, that was it. Off you go.